Hey everyone, it's Dyanne from Decoeasy, and Janny and I welcome you to the Brighten Up Your Day with Lemon haul. Let's start crafting.
So here you see the main thing we need for this DIY, and it is an old pancake pan. At least we made our pancakes inside of this pan. And of course you see already he is very old. And I'm going to try to make a home decor piece out of it for in my kitchen. So you see, the first thing I will do is, of course, I will do the handle, and I want to do the handle with some twine, but I also want to keep the little hole. So I'm going to cut a little piece of rope, and of course I'm going to glue it on the back side of my pen. You see here, I'm going to glue it a little piece over here, because first I'm going to do the little handle, and we are going to glue our rope, and I hope you still can see it. See, I just doing a little dot of glue on the back side, and of course I'm already under the glue. But that doesn't matter. Just the main thing is that you understand what I'm doing. And first I'm going to do again is some couple of times I'm going to do the rope. First I'm going to do it on the back side. So now we are going to start our piece, and of course we're going to do it one beside, and we are just getting the rope through the little hole, and just you see a little bit what I mean. And I'm going to do this when until here, when I'm here, and then I'm going to do the whole pieces until under. But I'm going to work still again with it, and on this, a couple of turns I do a little piece of glue, not every time, because or else you get one piece of glue. So I'm going to work this around the little hole, and then I will be showing you how it will look like. So you see, it was a little bit of a task to get the little hole still visible. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go further, and I'm going to do it until here, and then we are going to paint the pancake pan itself. But first I'm going to go further with my twine. But you see already I still have the, of course it could have been maybe in a different way, but this is the first thing I did. So I am, for now I'm happy with how it turned out, and I'm going to do the rest. So here you see how my handle turned out. I'm not completely satisfied, because it could have been a little bit neater and a little bit more smooth, but I did my best, because there was another hill inside of the handle, so it was not really a great thing to do, but at the end I am happy how it turned out. And of course on the top you won't see a lot, so this is how you do it. And of course, if you can, I hope you can do it a little bit better than I can. What I'm going to do right now is just paint this pen in the school board paint black color. So I most of the time, but you can do it if you like a little bit more of the white farmhouse, just do it in the white color, and or in the blue color, or anything you like. I am going to do it at least the back side, and the sides I'm going to do in the black color. So you see, I give him a little bit of the black school board color, and of course you have to do a little bit careful around the twine. And I don't going to paint the inside in totally, because this I will use for something else. I do the sides and of course the back side of my pen. So I will finish this off, and then we're going to do the next step. So you see already I painted him the outside and the inside a couple of times in the black color. And what I'm going to do right now, because I want inside, I want to have a print. So I take you along to my computer, and I show you which print I will make for the inside of my pen. So here you see the two different ways I made my own sign. I did a little bit more with the white, and of course here a little bit more with the yellow and a little bit different lemons. So, but I think I'm going for the more of the white one. So, but you see, with this magic program you can do make your own beautiful unique signs, and it is a really a nice way and not a very expensive way to make your own signs. So if you want to know which one it is, go to magic.com and you'll find your own program there. But I have it already for years and I really am loving it. So I will cut this one out and then we are going to Mod Podge it inside of our pancake pan. So you see, I did cut out my print, and what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to Mod Podge the bottom of my cake pan. And of course I couldn't get the measurement totally right, because this is a little bit bigger than my print can be, at least what my printer can print. Of course, I hope if you have a bigger printer then it will be okay, then you can do the exact measurement of your print, but I couldn't do it because my printer cannot print that big. But you see here, I am just Mod Podge my bottom, and I'm going to lay down my print in the middle. So I am hoping that I have him in I'm hoping that I have him in the middle. We don't know, but we will see that later on. And now I let him dry, and then I'm going to do the second coat on top of it. And then we are going to work the side with probably a little piece of twine. So, but first I'm letting this dry. So here you see my print almost dried up. What we're going to do right now is just take a piece of rope, and we are going to make, because he's not totally fitting inside of the bottom of my pen. So what I'm going to do is just take a piece of rope and just do a couple of turns inside of it until the first start of our print. So it gives a little bit like an edge of your print. So I'm going to do that right now. So you see, I did the first round I did with the twine already, and now I'm going to the inside of my a little print, and I'm just going to do a couple of turns as long as I am still on around my print. So I think it will be a couple of turns, 3-4 times, and then I show you how the pen is looking like. So here you see a little variety on what I will use for some greenery, and of course some yellow picks, some yellow berries, some pieces of hydrangea, some ribbon, some ivy. I use the dark green color, 2 little wooden spoons, and in this way I'm going to try to make a topper over here. So I'm going to have it over here. I take you along, but I will do it fast forward, so or else it takes me too long of my time, and my video can only be so long. So I'm going to do that a little bit fast forward. So you see how my old pen turned out, and if you imagine how we was looking before we did our paint and our rope and the greenery on top of it, then he is such a great improvement which he was. So and you see here I also did some old spoons, wooden spoons. They were already very old, but I didn't throw them away. And you see I did some wax and some paint on it, and still you can use them for decor inside of your kitchen. So I'm very happy how my old pen turned out, and I still have another one, so who knows what I will do with that one. But if you have laying around some old pens or something else, just go for it and just try to make something for your home. You can see you just simply easy can turn it into home decor. So if you want to join us in this amazing giveaway, you have 14 days until the 26th of May to leave a beautiful comment down below with every beautiful creator who is joining us in this great hop. And of course, if you like what you see, I hope you will consider subscribing to their channels. And of course, the 27th of May, we are announcing the winner in our community tab and of course on our Instagram page. So keep a watch out for that so you can find out if you are a winner or not. And if you like Dyanne and my channel, we hope you will consider subscribing to our channel also. Like I always say, let's jump into our next DIY.
Hey, it's Dyanne here. Are you ready for a DIY? I bought these planters together with Janny at the Action, similar to the Dollar Tree, but then in a Dutch way. What I want to do, I'm going to paint these. I have special metal paint for this job. I'm going to my shed outside, my storage room, and get the paint, spray paint it, maybe 1 or 2 layers. I don't know how good the coverage is. Then we have a really nice base, and then we can continue decorating it further. I'll be back to you when the paint job is done with the special metal paint. So this is the paint that I'm using, metal paint, special metal, and it's a black color. Dries up matte, as you can see here. And yeah, one tip from Janny and me, use gloves when using this stuff so you don't get your hands dirty, because this stuff is really horrifying if you get it on your skin to get it off properly. This is after 3 layers of black spray paint, especially for metal surfaces. Everything is now nice, even covered in black. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take out some tape a part on the top and on the bottom. I'm going to paint the parts between there. So think roughly this part here. I'm going to paint that in white. I'll be using the chalk paint for that job, and I will show you of course after it's finished, because I think chalk paint, or at least the one we have, needs quite a lot of time to dry. Time to paint. I have my white chalk paint with me, and I have several brushes. The red one is the biggest one. I'm not going to use that only to paint the inner sides. And I think this blue one, because that one has a flat tip, I'll be using that to paint the outer circles. So because I've tried to tape the edges and the parts that I didn't want to give a color, but yeah, that didn't work because the whole surface is round. So I'm just going to give it a try and paint it myself in a really neat line. Just doing this. Yeah, that's going to take some time, but then I surely know that is on exactly the same spot where I want it to be. So after I'm finished, of course, I will show you the final results. first we have to paint for quite a time. I'm finished with creating the baseline on the top, so this is going to be black and this will be white. I only want to have a little black part on the bottom as well, so I'll be setting that line now. Both of the planters have the outer wider line, so now I'm taking my bigger brush and going to use that to start painting the whole entire surface that I want to paint white. I'm not using a bigger brush than this because, yeah, then it gets messy, I think. I don't want that to happen, so just going to color the whole thing with this. And I think as I start looking now at these drying up lines that it needs more than 2 coats of paint. So I'll be back with you with the final result. This is what the planters look like now. Really love the black and white color. What I want to do, because I want to put a little bit of twine around this edge, and yeah, I'm just going to wrap it 3 times around, leaving it somewhere like here, and I hope that's going to look fabulous. First one is done. Look how cute this is on the top and on the bottom. Now I'm going to do the second one. Just use some drips of glue in the back with your hot glue gun, and then it looks just like this. They're both covered in twine now. Look how cute they are together. This is going to be so much fun. Time to start decorating them. Okay, time to decorate. I found this really cute image throughout Pinterest. I printed out 3, so if I mess up with 1, I still have 1 extra. I'm going to cut it out and they will be placed here just with some cheap glue that I have here. I also have Mod Podge, but that is only for sealing this time because Mod Podge is a little bit expensive here in the Netherlands. For example, the cheap glue was, I think, 15 times cheaper than Mod Podge because the cheap glue costed me only €1 for the bottle. And yeah, the Mod Podge was, I think, about €15. So I always use my Mod Podge in a smart way, not trying to spill it. And yeah, so far that goes very nice. I cut them out. Time to start gluing. I just put some cheap glue upon my prints. And I'm going to brush that out so that I'm sure that every part of the glue is spread evenly throughout the design. This glue comes from Action, by the way, similar to Shop to Dollar Tree in the United States. And Janny and I love to go there to get our crafting supplies. I'm really curious, what is your favorite craft store? Where do you like to go shopping? I mean, we watch quite a lot of shop vlogs. We really like to go to Walmart, Dollar Tree, Hobby Lobby. Really, there are so many amazing stores in the US where we'd like to go to. Okay. Now I have to look carefully. I think this is the center of the pot. Well, one good thing about this glue is that it isn't completely secured after you put it on. Yeah, I think it is pretty much in the center now. So what I'm going to do, I'll first press on the inside and then carefully press really lightly outside, so if there are any air bubbles underneath, I wipe them away. And that is extra important because this is a round object. Like so. Now I'm going to let it dry for at least an hour. Okay, I think the planters are dry. Now it's time to seal them, and therefore I just use a brush with Mod Podge. You know, just brush out the Mod Podge all over the paper and then the sealing is done. Here we are, 2 beautiful sealed in and dried up prints upon my cans, upon my planters. What I now want to do, I'm not going to start decorating the planters, but I have this thing here. I have to pick it up. This is a ladder. It's a little bit too large to film everything, but what I want to do is, you know, hang these planters around like this, but as you can see, the ladder isn't black. There is white in it, there is gray in it, but I'm still missing a little bit of black. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a brush, a towel, and a little bit of black paint, and I'm going to distress the ladder with. Here we go. I have black paint, a brush, And I have an old towel, which I'm going to use to wipe off the excess amount of paint. As you can see, I used it before. Now, just start randomizing, I think maybe here. Just some brushes with black. Maybe it's a bit too dark. So I'm going to do the same thing here on the edges here. So, you know, I'm just going to get a little bit more black on my letter. Don't take too much paint, or actually do just what you want. I don't think that enough paint, more than enough paint is going to be too much for me. But do whatever you like, whatever you think is the right thing to do. So, just keep on continue doing this until you're satisfied with the result you have. I'm just randomly doing things. I'm not really good at distressing, I think. So, yeah. Just see how it turns out then. This letter I bought years ago, I think in a garage sale or something like that. For I think 3 or 4 euros. The person who sold it to me made it herself, and yeah, I think it's beautiful to have a piece like this at home. You can always use it and yeah, make it your own, like I'm doing now, distressing everything. I think yeah, much more black is necessary here. So I'm just going to continue doing this. That's how the letter looks like right now. It's completely dry. And I love the more black parts upon it. Now it's time to start decorating my planters, and then the DIY is almost done. Last but not least, time to decorate the planters. First, as a base, I have this IKEA plant fake bamboo, and that one just perfectly fits inside of the pot. Then I'm looking for the center, which is here. I have this artificial lemon from AliExpress. Going to chuck that in. Hopefully it stays a little bit like that. Okay. I have some cute yellow greenery. And to be honest, I don't like to see that much of the hook on the back. So I'll be putting this in here. And yeah, well, let's say the other two here on the front would be nice. Another one there. Oh, go in you. Now it's stuck inside of the pot of the plant. Yeah, I think this looks really cute. I want to finish it up with some flowers. This is an hydrangea bulb, also from AliExpress. First I thought, why can't I use yellow flowers? But I think that is a bit too intense. So I'm just going to cut off a few of the leaves and just randomly put them in the basket. Over here. Yeah, that's a bit too much on top. Maybe here is better. Nope, can't see it there. Yeah, then do it here. This flower is really large. Is this too? Yeah, I think that looks cute. Still missing some here at the back. Well, I'm just going to put it in there. And I think here as well looks cute. Then we are almost there. Okay, now I want to add a little bit of ribbon. I cut out this fishtails, just a regular part of the ribbon. Now I'm folding it in two. And what I did, forgot to say, here is a little bit of sticky gum. So I'm folding it in two, then make an angle a little bit like this. And because there's sticky gum in there, it remains like this. Now I'm going to chuck that in. I think here is cute. Just like so. And then this is the planter. Going to make the second one now. Here they both are. I made them in the opposite style, so put a little bit of ribbon there and a little bit of ribbon there. I think it looks really cute. Here we are. This is the finished project. Let us know in the comment section what you think. It looks so cute. I really love the touch of the ribbon. Just the whole letter. Also totally in love with the print upon the planters. A little bit of the twine, the ribbon of course, and the greenery with the lemon inside. Here's the other one. Aren't they super adorable? And it's really easy to make actually. And here we are! The final result of this DIY. At least it brightens up my day with this lots of lemon and the farmhouse look. I can't film the complete letter at one shot for you, sorry I can't go far enough on the back. But this is what it looks like. I'll try to zoom in a little bit. Here we have the top of the first planter. Let us know in the comment section what you think of this DIY. Janny and I are really curious. And also completely in love with the print. And here's the second one. Decorated in opposite direction. So, yeah. That's it. So that was it. Let us know in the comment section what you think of this DIY. As I said, don't forget to check out the next person in the hub. You will find the link to the video underneath here in the description box. And Janny and I hope to see you back again next time in all good health. Bye everyone, and thank you so much for watching.